I don't know where we are. We don't have any signal. It's really hot and it's getting dark. I wish we hadn't done this.
My arms weren't long enough.
We need cash to get the bus into Zadar city centre from the airport. However, we don't know how much Croatian kuna to get because it's not a currency we know at all. And the cash machine is all in Croatian, so we don't want to end up by getting out like $1,000 or something. We're trying to frantically search the exchange rate to see how much like £100 would be, but the internet's not working. I have data here and there's Wi-Fi and still nothing.
We have money. I don't know how much this is, but we have money.
There's a schedule for the bus pinned on the wall. Apparently it leaves at 1:30, which is in about 15 minutes. However, there's no bus stop, no sign, nowhere to buy tickets. Do we buy tickets on the bus? We've got cash, so I guess we just wait and hope the bus turns up and get on it if it does. We had a bit of confusion on the bus. We were meant to get off at the bus station in Zadar because we're not actually staying here. We're going straight up to the Croatia lakes. However, we didn't get off at the bus stop. We went into the old town and then stayed on the bus and then had to ride the bus back to the bus station. But we're here now, so it's all good.
We've now got a couple of hours until our bus up to the Police Lakes, so we're going to try and find some food and some Wi-Fi to get some work done. We've spent a couple of hours in McDonald's having some food and getting some work done, and now we've got about 15 minutes until our bus leaves, so we need to find out which platform we're leaving from. Well, that was easier than expected.
Now on to Plavice, or rather It's a town near the Plavice Lakes. We've arrived in the village / town where we're staying, and it's basically like 17 kilometers away from Plavice National Park. So that means we'll be able to get the bus there in the morning quite easily. But for now, we're finding our hostel, and checking in. Apparently it's about a 10-minute walk.
We finally arrived at our guest house, and it's really pretty here.
It's a lot bigger than I expected it to be looking at the pictures, and there's a balcony, which is always a win.
We started doing this thing where when we arrived at a new country, we drop a pin on a map blindfolded. Wherever it lands, that's where we're going next.
So we obviously need to do that for Croatia, which we'll do when we get back from the shop, because it closes in like 10 minutes and we need some snacks.
For anybody who's watching us do this for the first time, the way it works is really simple. I feel like a ball. One of us is going to be blindfolded whilst the other person has a map. The person blindfolded shouts stop. Wherever the person who's holding the map's finger lands on, that's where we're going.
Okay, so I'm going to blindfold Dale. Here's my phone.
Cool.
Turn your head that way, please. Thank you. Is that too tight?
Nope, it's all good.
Okay. Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go.
And stop.
Okay. We are going to the middle of nowhere.
What's it called?
It doesn't have a name.
What do you mean it doesn't have a name? It properly is the middle of nowhere, isn't it?
It looks like the nearest two towns slash villages are Variode, something like that, and Kistange. Now we found out where we're going next, we're going to end the vlog here because we've got an early start tomorrow and I need to get booking somewhere in that random place.
It is currently 6:20 in the morning and we are getting a very early bus up to the Plitvice Lakes.
It's the first bus of the day and it gets us there for when the park opens at 7. However, it looks like loads of other people also had the same bright idea. A bus pulled up and most of the people who all look like locals got on it. I went to go ask the driver if it was the right bus, didn't get word out and he went, no. Guess that wasn't our bus.
We've just got off the bus here and we're now through the entrance to the park.
And we've also realised something. We might have been pronouncing the name of these lakes wrong. I think when we first booked to come here, I read somewhere online that it was pronounced Plitvice, but people have been saying it differently, so I googled it again and apparently it's Plitvice. So, sorry, you've probably listened to like 2 vlogs of us saying it completely wrong and you've been going, that's not the right way. We know now.
We've been in the park for less than 2 minutes and already the views here are absolutely stunning.
It's just so beautiful here, I can't put my camera down. The park is made up of 2 different sections, the upper lakes and the lower lakes. They're joined by a long river running between them.
There are 4 different routes that you can take through the national park, the longest one being 8 hours, the shortest one which we're doing is 3 hours around the lower lake, and then this afternoon we might head up to the upper lake.
Lakes. There's more than one lake.
Lakes.
We're now standing under the tallest waterfall in the park and it's pretty impressive. I don't really know any facts about it though. I'm sure we'll Google some later and do a voiceover, but for now, you're just gonna have to watch the pretty waterfall like we are. The largest national park in Croatia, at nearly 300 square kilometers, Plitvice Lakes is also the most popular. It's known for its 16 terraced lakes that are joined by stunning waterfalls, the highest being Veliki Slap at 78 meters tall. You can hike around the lakes, along walkways that extend into a limestone canyon and feature caves that have been inhabited since ancient times.
This is the part of the video where we see everything and you guys see nothing. And the Lord said, let there be light.
We have light. It's a dead end. Back we go. Dale just whacked his head on a low-hanging rock in the cave. Are you okay?
No, that really hurt.
Should have had a torch.
I was supposed to wait for Izzy to come round with a light. Hit my head. Actually really hurt. We've been following the trail for about 2 hours now and we stopped for a spot of breakfast.
The trail's supposed to take about 3 hours, but with the amount of time we've spent filming, we reckon we'll probably do it in 4. We've had our snacks and now we're going to continue on the trail. Oh my god, is this what I think it is? Coffee! After staring at the map for like 5 minutes, we finally decided what we're doing. We are heading towards somewhere where we can get food and coffee. We're really tired and lagging after our early start this morning. You can also get a ferry to the upper lakes, which we're going to explore after we've had some food. Apparently the upper lakes are very scenic, slightly less explored, maybe less tourists. I don't know, blogs will say different things, so I guess we'll find out when we get there.
So we've stopped here to have some food and a coffee, and it's just started raining. So we're going to try and find some shelter. Cups are really hot. Izzy checked the weather last night and it was supposed to be sunshine all day. Pretty hot.
Now the rain's sort of stopped, at least enough for us to get the camera back out. We're gonna go get some breakfast / lunch. Although I don't know where we're gonna sit, everything is soaking.
We've come across these blocks of wood, so we've come with a little game. We've got 1 minute to build the tallest pile that we can. Whoever builds the tallest pile, the loser buys dinner.
I'm getting competitive and putting my hair up.
Ooh.
Right, I've got the timer ready.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh!
Yes! I won!
I cheated and I still lost.
Wait, you cheated?
No. Guess this means I'm buying dinner.
Now I've proven that I'm better at stacking blocks, we're gonna go and catch the ferry over to the upper lakes. Quack quack. Oh, look at it squeaking. The ferry dropped us off at what's known as entrance 2 of the park, and there's a whole nother set of lakes here for you to explore. We're gonna do a route which is supposed to be about 3 hours.
We're going to try and actually do it in 3 hours this time. We have a bus booked at 5 o'clock back to our accommodation that we need to get.
Oh yeah, we have to get another ferry off to where our trail starts, but it's really short ferry ride just over there. So this morning we did walk A, and right now we're doing walk E, and it's so hot, but E is really shaded, there's lots of trees. So I'd say if you're coming here early like we did, walk A is like the big one with the biggest waterfall. Do that early because there's very little shelter from the trees.
Plitvice Lakes boasts a diverse range of plants and wildlife. You can sit and watch the fish swimming in pools of clear water. The lakes are famous for changing colour throughout the year and even the day, as the light hits them in different spots.
We've just come across this waterfall on the trail, and it's not quite as big as the Great Waterfall, but it's definitely as beautiful. The spray coming off it is really nice and cooling. We're not going to subject you to footage of us on the ferry for the 3rd time, so we'll meet you on the other side. The ferries are really confusing us. We're not sure which one goes where and which pier we want to go to because they're all numbered. Maybe we'll see you on the other side.
We finally managed to find the right ferry. It took a little bit longer than expected, so unfortunately we haven't got as much time left in the park as we'd hoped.
So we're just going to sit by the side of the lake and enjoy the beautiful turquoise water. Time lapse. So, what did you think of the Pitvis lakes?
Pitvis? Pitvis?
Pitvis.
We'll get it right at some point. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Easily one of the most picturesque places we've been so far.
A lot of people seem to just do the lower lakes with the really big waterfall. That's the really famous one in all the photos. But I actually preferred the upper lakes.
Yeah, there was definitely more weaving around tourists at the lower lakes, wasn't there?
Yeah, they were very busy, yeah. Even though we were there really early, which I get. I mean, we're tourists. We're not going to complain about tourists.
Yeah.
We're tourists.
If you can only do one, I personally would say do the upper lakes out of the two.
I actually would as well, you know.
Yeah. All in all, really glad we got up as early as we did.
Yeah. It started getting really busy at like 9, so I'd say try and come before 9 if you can.
Yeah. So today was a really, really fun day. We've now got a bit of work to do and then we're probably going to get an early night. This morning we're leaving the Pitvis Lakes and we're heading to Zadar. Then we're going to Pag, which is an island just off the coast.
We know we've not been very good at telling you our travel plans. That's simply because we haven't had any. We've literally not been booking anything more than a few days in advance due to COVID, not knowing where we'll be, and well, just travelling really quickly, I guess. Not having the time to book stuff. But this has been very stressful in Croatia because it's high season, nearly everywhere is booked up. We actually had a meltdown yesterday because we had no idea where we were going to sleep tonight. But more on that later. We'll share all of that with you and tell you what our travel plans are for the next few months. But first, we need to catch our bus.
So as we've got off the bus, both of our bags are in this really small compartment that's stuck behind the door. So we're trying to figure out how to get them out. Got them! Let's try that again. We've now arrived in Zadar and we've got about a 2.5 hour layover until our bus to Pag. So we're going to go to McDonald's and use their free Wi-Fi.
Get some work done. Since we've got a bit of time, we thought we'd start explaining our travel plans to you. I woke up yesterday morning to an email from our host for the place tonight telling us that he couldn't host us basically, so we needed to find somewhere else to stay. And I'd spent the entire night the night before trying to find somewhere that was not ridiculously expensive because Croatia seems to be fully booked up at the moment. So basically we were both very stressed and we had a meltdown, and now it's sorted.
We took the entirety of yesterday, which was about 14 hours, to figure out the rest of our time in Croatia, and we managed to get all of our accommodation and transport booked. But we'll give you a bit more information on that later, because for now we're late for our coach to Pag.
Yeah, we're really late. We've just gotten off the bus at Pag after about an hour, and that was a really scenic bus ride.
It was really pretty coming on the way here. Before we tell you about all the fun things we've got planned here in Croatia, including the random place we picked blindfolded, we need to head to our accommodation.
Otherwise we'll never do the walk. It's so hot.
We'll just sit here all day.
Yeah.
That does sound fun actually.
There's a beach there. Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Out the view.
So, now we've got settled into our room here in Pag, we're finally going to tell you about the exciting things we've got planned in Croatia.
Dramatic pause while I sip my coffee. Okay. We've got one full day here to explore Pag, which is a beautiful little beach town from what we can tell.
Yeah, I'd say beach town.
And then after that we head to Zadar for one night. We would have booked 3 nights in Pag if we could, however there was literally nowhere to stay. Although we are going to try and explore Zadar during that one night, it really depends on what time we get to our place and just how tired we feel, I guess.
Yeah.
Then after that we're going to the random place that we picked blindfolded.
Booking our accommodation in Kistanji was pretty straightforward. Getting there, however, is a different story. So, first we start off by getting a bus from Zadar to Šibenik. From Šibenik we get another bus up to a town called Luskovic. Unfortunately, from Luskovic to Kistanji there is absolutely zero public transport. So we've got about a 2-hour hike through what I can only describe as the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, I can't even tell you how much sleuthing it took to find the timetable for the second bus, but more on that in the video where we actually do it. After a week at Kistanji, we're going to head back down to Šibenik. We're not staying there, we're travelling straight on to Split. We've got 2 full days in Split before we go to Dubrovnik for 3 days as our final destination in Croatia.
But for now, we're going to end the vlog here, go get some food and do some research about what exactly it is we're doing tomorrow here in Pag.
We're just going to get snacks from the supermarket for food, so you're not really missing out on much. But if you do want to see us eat supermarket snacks, follow us on Instagram, it's linked down below. It's just me on the vlog this morning, I'm afraid, because Dale isn't feeling very well. He's in bed asleep, and I've just been to the bakery to get him some hot tea and a croissant, so hopefully he'll be able to eat and drink those. If he's feeling a bit better this afternoon, we're probably going to head to the beach and explore the old town, and there's a great sunset spot that way somewhere which we're going to try and find. But I don't know, this might be a very short vlog. I'm not sure if I'm going to go out exploring by myself if he isn't well enough, so we'll see. Hey, how are you feeling?
Not great. Oh, sick again.
Oh no. Do you want to try some tea? Or should I put it on the balcony?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He's alive!
Still not feeling 100%, but as we're only here in Pag for the one day, I really didn't want to waste it. So we're heading down to the beach, go for a swim, chill out for a little bit, then probably come back here, have another nap, and then go out and explore the old town.
Hopefully you'll be feeling well enough to explore the old town and go and see the sunset later on.
I really hope so.
But for now, because we're going in the sea and it's right on our doorstep, we're switching to the GoPro.
Packet soup. We've had a really nice swim, and now we've come back to our room to get some money. Then we're going to the shops to get some food.
Dale's craving soup because he's sick, so we're going to see if we can find some instant soup to heat up on the stove. Dale's really tired after swimming. It really took it out of him and he's just not feeling well. So after lunch he's gonna have a nap. I might have a nap as well. And then we'll catch up with you a bit later on when hopefully he'll be well enough to go and explore the old town. Dale's had a nap and we've both had a shower, and now I'm dragging him out to explore Pag Town. It's our one night here and we really want to see something of it before we leave for Zadar tomorrow. Although there isn't that much to do here. I googled it while Dale was asleep and the top 5 things to do are all beaches and an olive grove, which is an 8-hour walk away. Still, it should be fun. It'll be nice to kind of wander around a little beach town. Apparently there's a historic centre, so we might see some cool buildings, and then probably just sit at the harbour or on the beach with an ice cream. Ice cream?
Ice cream.
Ice cream?
Ice cream?
Ice cream.
Are we locked in a loop? Ice cream?
Are you well enough for ice cream?
Ice cream? I'm confused now. Ice cream? Please?
We've been trying to leave for the last half an hour. I've never known it take someone so long to find a mask. We have been dealing with coronavirus for a year and a year and a half now. You should know by now that you need a mask. You know what?
I'm gonna start throwing things.
What things? Oh. You're gonna throw your pen.
Throw you.
We're finally out and about. Despite Dale not being able to find a mask, even though we have like 8 of them dotted around. Where do they all get to?
But the first thing I want to do is find some sunglasses. If you remember back to one of our previous videos, I've been looking for some for quite a while.
You work here?
Huh?
Is this your shop?
Yes.
Yeah, your shop.
Yes.
Not your dad's shop.
Huh?
Your dad's shop or your shop? Your shop. Well done.
Hey.
Hi. Uh-huh. Yeah. Do you
Hi.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you.
After bartering with the world's youngest shopkeeper, we got him down to just 40 kuna, but unfortunately there were no sunglasses that I actually liked, so I guess we're going to keep looking. We might go back there later though, see if there's any that I do like. Maybe. We'll see.
Earlier did tell me that Pag is really famous for handmade lace, so hopefully we'll see some at this arts festival thing. Earrings. Oh, your mum would love that, wouldn't she?
She would, yeah. Yeah, we quite like this.
Let's see.
So we finally found some sunglasses that I like, but we need to go find a cash machine. That was easy, there's one right there. So we tried the first cash machine and it's tried to charge me an arm and a leg to take cash out. So we're going to try another one. So we've decided to go with cash machine number 2 because it was the cheapest. Not by a lot, but it is the cheapest. Now we've got some cash, it's time to get me some sunglasses. Thank you.
Have a nice day. Bye.
And you. Thank you.
We finally replaced Dale's sunglasses just in time for him to lose something else. His water bottle. He thinks he left it at the cash machine, so he's gone to look for it.
Got it. Oops. That was close.
The ice cream man saw us struggling because the ice cream was dripping everywhere, so he gave us some cups as well. How nice!
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, really cool.
This morning we're leaving Pag and we're heading to Zadar.
We've got the same 1 hour bus back to Zadar, but first we have to check out of our place at 10 AM and our bus isn't until 12:30, so we're gonna go sit in a cafe and hopefully get some work done.
Thankfully there was a cafe just round the corner from where we were staying that has free Wi-Fi and clearly food. So we're going to sit here, have some breakfast and get some work done. The added bonus is that there's refillable coffee, so Izzy's going to be very happy.
We've arrived at the bus stop. Our bus should be here in like a couple of minutes. And there are loads of other people here waiting as well, so that's normally a good sign that we're in the right place. We're not going to film the bus journey because you've literally seen it a couple days ago, so we'll see you when we get to Zadar. We've arrived at our bus stop in Zadar and we've just been sat here for half an hour chatting because we don't want to do the walk to our hostel, even though it's only a 10-minute walk away.
But we are now going to head to our hostel and get checked in, because we're only here in Zadar for 1 day and we really want to be able to explore the old town.
And hear a sea organ.
Whatever that is.
I got used to mine now.
I should hate it. I'm used to the fact that I hate it. We're now all settled into our hostel and we're off to go and explore the old town of Zadar.
The first thing we need to do is find some food. It's like 4 o'clock and we've not eaten anything since our breakfast, and since Zadar is on the coast we're hoping to get some good seafood. I'm a very indecisive person and all the dishes look really good, so I can't decide. Basically the one I really want is the most expensive on the menu and I can't quite justify getting it. Which one do I go for? They all look so good. Ah!
Get better days.
Oh. Hopefully it gets better.
What would you like? Thank you.
Thank you.
So when our waiter came over, as I always do, asked how they are, said he was having not a great day. So hopefully it gets better.
Thank you.
Enjoy your meal, please.
Thank you.
Thank you. This looks so good. Okay, so I've gone for sesame seed tuna steak. I really like the fact that you have the crunch of the sesame seeds coating the food, but also like you can still really taste the tuna. Like it's a good, thick tuna steak.
I went for the homemade gnocchi with prawns and salmon, and it seems to have come with a tomato and onion based sauce, and it looks really good. Yeah, it's definitely a tomato and onion based sauce. I think that's tuna. It's not tuna. What did I order? Salmon. That was salmon, and it's really good. I just wish there was more. This is really good though.
After a lovely late lunch / early dinner, we're feeling very full and sleepy. But since it's our one night here in Zadar, we're going to make the effort to explore this beautiful old town. Zadar has quite a lot of Roman architecture, including this pillar behind me. My jewellery.
It's time to go now, Izzy.
Can I get a bracelet?
No.
I want a bracelet.
Time to go.
I'm trying to find the location of this like singing pier thing in Zadar. It's called the Sea Organ, and apparently it sings. I don't know. We'll go find it. It's like a 5-minute walk away. Judging by the size of the crowd that suddenly amassed, I think we found the singing organ. Although can you hear it?
I can, I don't know if the camera
can. Hear it. Can you hear it? Can you guys hear it? Now, I've not done any research on this, so what I'm saying might be completely inaccurate, but from what we can gather, the sound is caused by the waves swilling under and up through the holes in the pier.
Thank you, Dr. Brian Cox.
No, it's a horse here.
So we figured out by sitting here that if you watch to see when the waves are coming in, you know exactly when there's going to be quite a loud part from the sea organ.
Loud parts are very loud. It's really cool. I'm really impressed that someone made this.
Yeah.
It sounds really eerie. It does sound like an organ, or it sounds like if you've ever heard like noise recordings of whales speaking to each other.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Try to wait for another good one. Oh, here we go. Ah, see? I feel like a conductor. And again.
That's really cool.
Tomorrow we're heading for Kistanji, which is the random location in Croatia we picked blindfolded.
I'm a little bit worried about how we're getting there tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit of an awkward day, I think.
I don't know where we are. We don't have any signal. It's really hot and it's getting dark. I wish we hadn't done this. We're just checking out of our hostel in Zadar. We didn't really want to film in the room because there are people asleep there. It's really nice and clean though, isn't it?
It was pretty nice actually, yeah. Today we begin a very long travel day. We've got to get to Zadar bus station, where we've got a bus to Šibenik. Then from Šibenik we're heading on another bus to Luskovic, and then from Luskovic we've got a very long walk. Should take us about 2 to 3 hours, the walking part. Hopefully it's not going to be too hot, but we'll see.
First step, let's get to Zadar bus station.
Woo!
We got onto our bus at Zadar with no issues, although we did have to pay for hold luggage, which is a first for us. And now we've got about 2 hours until we get to Šibenik, and I'm putting my hair up because it's really hot on here. here. The first 2 stages of the journey are complete. Now it gets hard. We need to try and find the local bus to get to
Luskovic.
and this is the bus that we're not quite convinced exists. But you did a lot of good research, so
I did research, we'll say.
do you want to tell them how you found the bus?
So, very complicated. It's that complicated I can't remember how I did it. Oh yeah, so we originally plotted a route from Zadar to Kistanji via a different route, so not via Šibenik. Managed to go through some Google reviews of a bus stop in a different town, found a picture of a bus timetable which in a small corner had a website on it. Go to the website, managed to find this bus station here in Šibenik, and apparently there's a bus from here to Luskovic. We're not too sure.
I feel like you're underestimating this. Like, you went through 150 pictures on Google reviews of the random bus stop in the middle of Croatia to find a picture where you zoomed in on a tiny corner, deciphered like the really pixelated words at the top, Google translated it, and then found the website.
You make me sound so much better than I make myself sound. Thank you.
Oh, it was very confusing. But we're here, so we're going to go ask at the counter for our bus, and hopefully they understand, and hopefully we find it.
So, we've gone up to the desk to try and get some tickets to Luskovic. Apparently, the person working here has never heard of it. So it's not a good start. We now have our tickets. Thankfully, the person working here and I managed to understand each other. It's also leaving at the same time as what it says on the random timetable I found online, which is a good start. Only bad thing is, we still don't know what platform it leaves from. The person working here doesn't know, so I guess we'll have to just try and find it.
We've got half an hour till our bus, apparently. But there's aircon on this bus station and we can see the sea right out the door. Very pretty.
Hello. Do you know which platform this bus is leaving from?
Which platform did you say?
It's not here yet, so they don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, no. They don't plan what platforms each bus pulls in at.
They just pull in randomly.
Yeah, the bus just pulls in where there's a free space. Where we find this bus?
Wait here. I will get the bus.
Okay, thank you. So the bus definitely isn't here. The kind lady who works here has told us she'll tell me when it arrives. It's great. Not efficient, but helpful. Apparently this is the right bus. I guess we'll find out when we get there.
We just got kicked off our bus and transferred onto another one. We had no idea what was going on. The driver of the bus we were on just kept going, let's get a ship, let's get a ship. So we got off the bus and he pointed to another bus. So we have to like carry everything in our arms and try and get on this second bus. But we're on it. And at least he told us, otherwise we wouldn't have known. We're on our 3rd bus of the day and we think we're on our way to Croatia.
From here, we've got just under a 10-kilometre walk to where we're staying. We think we found a dirt track that takes us there.
We did a lot of Google mapping to make sure we could actually get to Kistanji, although we did that after we'd booked it. So we didn't realise that there is no public transport that goes to the village at all.
Not even close.
Lift, please! Lift, please! Taxi!
It's the first car we've seen for about 15 minutes stood here. It's a bit rural, isn't it?
We're going to sun cream up, especially this one.
Yeah.
And then I guess start our walk. Walking for half an hour and we decided that we'd stop for 15 minutes every half an hour to have some water and a rest. So this is our first stop.
We've now stopped for our second strategic break. Starting to get a little bit tough now. The weight of the bags is really kind of taking its toll. But feeling positive, feeling good. Yeah. It's not a happy look from Izzy. There's no coffee around here.
I've just thought, what if we get there and there's nowhere to get food? Like, I think this is quite a small village we're staying in. There's food. I hope the shop's open, because there is a shop there, but I have no idea what time it closes. It could be closed by the time we get there. Snack.
As difficult as this walk is, we're quite fortunate in the fact that we're doing this later on into the day. It's getting towards the cooler part of the day. If we'd have been doing this in the midday sun, I think we would have been in real trouble. So, on the plus side. Rest stop number 3. At the last stop, I remember saying that this is starting to get tough. Past me, didn't know what it was talking about. This is getting really hard now.
I feel like I'm gonna have a really strong sense of achievement when we've done it, but right now I'm hating it. I just want to be at home in England where it's cold. My parents live in Somerset. There are cows. Oh my god, the farmer who has the field behind our house in Somerset sprayed muck on the field when I had my washing hanging up, and he got it all over my clothes. I had like literally all of the clothes I was taking travelling with me hanging up on the washing line. He sprayed poo on them and it stained. So I had to throw loads of stuff away. And I've got one jumper which I kept, which is still stained, but it's my favourite jumper. Is that really gross?
This happened about 6 weeks ago. As you can probably tell, Izzy's not over it. It's still a sore subject.
He ruined all my clothes! All of them! We're on our last stop of the trip. We've basically made it to the outskirts of the village where we're staying. We're right at the other side of the village / town though, so we have to walk all the way through it.
Nice to meet you.
I'm son of the owner, so I talk English only here. So you are by foot?
Yes.
Okay, so I will show you your apartment now.
We're all checked in now. We've just been snacking on their lovely biscuits that they left for us, but we really need to get a move on because the shop closes in half an hour, and I think it's about a 15-minute walk to get there. We don't know where it is. We need food, basically. We haven't eaten since this morning. Let's go.
The walk we had to do today with all of our bags on was unbelievably difficult, but I'm very proud of us for doing it. We did really well. Today we're exploring the local area of Kistanji, which is the random location we picked on a map here in Croatia.
Probably looks like we just got here to you, but we've actually been here for about 4 or 5 days now. We booked a whole week in this apartment because it was so nice and so cheap, and we just thought it was the perfect setting to get some work done. So for those of you who don't follow our Instagram, let us catch you up on what we've been doing the last few days.
We've spent most of the time sat in front of our laptops getting plenty of work done.
And we've been sat in the lovely garden playing with the cat that seems to come with this apartment.
We've also been going for walks around the village and getting to know some of the locals that live here.
And we had a really great local experience the other night. The person who is staying in the apartment above us, a huge Croatian family, 3 generations, none of them speak a word of English, and the grandparents have been really sweet to us while we've been here, always offering us biscuits and tea. And the other night they invited us to have dinner with them. They cooked a load of meat on a huge open fire, and we had a great experience trying to communicate. And we even watched the whole family try and pull sea urchin kind of pricks out of this woman's foot while she was screaming in pain.
Such a bizarre experience.
It was very weird, yeah, but it was really fun.
We were supposed to be exploring the area today on bikes, but unfortunately that fell through, so we're going on foot. There is a ruined monastery not too far from here, with a lake nearby, which looks absolutely stunning. We're also hoping to show you a beautiful sunset later on.
We've really been enjoying the sunsets here because it's so rural. You get a really great skyline at sunset. But before we do that, we're going to head to the local shop to pick up some food for lunch, and I guess we'll show you around the village while we do that.
Ready?
Yep.
Cool. We had to borrow a table to film that intro, and now I need to put it back. Yeah, I remembered how heavy it is.
You had to move it like 2 feet and you're complaining.
It's really heavy.
Why didn't I help you?
Who's going to film?
The cat.
It's a good idea.
Cat. We got told off for filming in the shop last time, so we're not about to do it again. See you in a minute. Now we've got some food, it's off to the monastery. Which way? I don't have any signal here. Apparently it's about a 45-minute walk to the monastery, straight down this road. We're probably going to have to eat our lunch on the way so that the cheese doesn't turn into a melted puddle. One of the things we've noticed while staying in this village is how many abandoned houses there are. It's probably due to the fact that Croatia is one of the few countries in the world with a declining population. It's quite weird to see because in the UK we literally have the opposite problem. Too many people and not enough houses.
We made the mistake of picking the hottest day that we've had so far in Croatia to walk to this monastery. It's currently 37-ish degrees.
No, it isn't.
It is.
It's not 37 degrees.
It very much is.
Oh my god, why are we doing this?
I don't know.
We got our tickets for the monastery. Actually, we had to buy tickets for this whole section of Krka National Park, which is where the monastery is located, even though unfortunately we can't get to the other sites because we don't have the bikes. Now we've just got a short 1 kilometre walk downhill, and then we're actually gonna stop and have some lunch.
There's some very convenient picnic benches. Do you reckon they were put here for us? The table is really hot. Whew. Yeah, that's better. Whew. I didn't realise how secluded the monastery was going to be. It feels like we're the only people here. It's so pretty.
It turns out that a guided tour was included in the entrance fee, and we quickly found ourselves being shown round Kirkham Monastery. Now we're in the chapel, which is the most sacred part of the monastery. As this is an Orthodox church, it's full of absolutely beautiful Christian artwork depicting Christ, the saints, and Mary, Mother of Jesus. At the front of the church are also 4 saints. In churches in the kind of the Mediterranean area, you go from left to right, facing them. So left will be the saint whose name is the namesake of the church. This is St. Michael's Church. And then next you have Mary, Mother of Jesus, the Madonna. She's always pictured carrying Christ. And then on the other side of the door, you always have a depiction of Christ himself. And then on the far side, on the right, you have John the Baptist, but that can change depending on the church. Apparently, if you were in somewhere like Serbia or Russia, Orthodox churches go the other way, so start with the namesake, that side. These depictions of the saints are actually beautifully painted and then laid with silver because people will touch them and kiss them as part of their faith, so they need to protect the pictures. And those paintings are over 400 years old. But the ones you see on the walls, they're much younger, as you could probably tell by the much more vivid colours. They were painted in 2010. Now we're going into the catacombs. Don't know how much we'll be able to film because it's probably quite dark, but we'll see what we can do.
The catacombs had been used as a burial ground since Roman times. There are also some ancient images of fish, the earliest symbol of Christianity, scratched into the rock. The next thing we're going to do is take a walk down to the lake that the monastery overlooks. We saw it earlier from the top of the gorge and it looks stunning.
A great time chilling out by the lake, but it's going to take us an hour to get back from here, and we want to get back and have some food before we show you that epic sunset we promised. I hope it is epic, otherwise it's going to be a total letdown, but it has been the last few nights, so fingers crossed. While we're walking up this steep hill, I have something to say. It's really hard getting around Croatia just using public transport. If you want to travel outside of like the main few cities that people go to, like Dubrovnik, Split, etc., because these rural areas have literally no public transport links. That's why we had to drive. I wish. That's why we had to walk 10k from the nearest bus stop to get here. Neither of us can drive legally. I can drive a motorbike, but that's about it.
I can barely ride a push bike. I can barely walk without falling over. As we're leaving the monastery, we've noticed there's a lot more cars heading there than there was earlier. Probably due to the fact that the people that you have to pay to get in have all gone home, so you actually get in for free after 6 o'clock. The thing is, if you go there without paying. There's nobody there to give you a guided tour. And when we were there, the person who gave us a tour had loads of information to tell us. So it depends which way you want to go. You either get in for free or you get a lot more information.
There's a tortoise crossing the road, like a wild tortoise. So cool. Wow, look at it. There you go, little fella. I've never seen a wild tortoise before. It's so cool. Well, we spent so long helping a tortoise cross the road that we don't have time to go for food before the sunset now. But we do have a little bit of time, so we're going to pop back into our place and charge our camera, and I'm going to change my stain top before we get the sunset. So we've got a partially charged camera and I've got a new top, and we're just in time for the sunset.
Unfortunately, I'm not quite sure that the footage I got of the sunset was quite as good as it could have been.
It was a really cloudy night this evening compared to the last few nights where the sunset's been literally blood orange. It was more kind of a hazy, pinky orange, but it was still really pretty, and I think you got some good shots.
Oh, thanks.
Now, we googled restaurants here when we were in the apartment earlier. Probably should have done it beforehand, but anyway, we realised that there are no restaurants within walking distance, so it looks like we're just going to have to head to the local shop and get something to cook in our kitchen like we've been doing all week. Since that's not very exciting, we're going to end the vlog here, and we'll see you tomorrow when where are we going tomorrow? Split.
After an amazing few days in Kostanji, we're back in Laskovica waiting for our bus to Šibenik.
Thankfully, we didn't have to do that 10k walk back here. We actually managed to get a lift, and it was from the person who we've been communicating with, who owns the apartment's grandparents, which turned out to be the exact same person who we had dinner with them and their family the other night. So I guess they're not guests at the apartment, they must just live there and co-rent it out with the rest of their family.
Yeah.
But he was really lovely and dropped us off where we think the bus stop is. It is where the bus dropped us off last time, and there is a bus stop, so we're really hoping the bus turns up.
If it doesn't, we've got a much longer walk. We don't have an exact time as to when the bus is supposed to arrive here in Laskovica, but it leaves its origin at 12:20 and it's about a 10-minute drive from here. So we're assuming the bus should get to us about 12:30.
Which is in half an hour, so I guess
we play the waiting game.
Could do some work. We could play some cards.
Could play some cards. After a very stressful couple of minutes, we've definitely got the right bus back to Šibenik. It's actually the same one that we were on last time. It's even got the same broken seats. We've got about an hour and a half on this bus. I'm going to get some work done, and Izzy's going to film out the window.
We've just been told to get off the bus because apparently we're in Šibenik, but it's a completely different bus station to the one the same bus picked us up from. And my internet isn't working, so we don't know where we are or where we're going. We need to find the bus station. Thankfully Google Maps offline is still showing us where we are, so we think we know where the bus station is. Time to head there and find out. That is the bus station, I think.
Thankfully, out of the two of us, Izzy is the one who has a very good sense of direction. If it were up to me, we'd be lost.
We might well be lost anyway. I'm never 100% sure where I am.
Turns out that the building we pointed out is in fact the bus station, which is where we've got to now. We've now got about half an hour till our bus leaves, which gives us plenty of time to figure out where exactly it leaves from.
The bus is supposed to leave in 4 minutes. According to the person at the information desk, it's probably leaving from platform 7 or 8. So we're waiting next to them. Hopefully it turns up. It's always really stressful when you don't know like the customs of the country, and because in the UK buses are completely different and we know kind of whether we're in the right place or whether we missed it. Just the waiting game is quite stressful because what if we're standing around and the bus is leaving from somewhere else? Same as last time, we've got to pay to put our big bags in hold. So Dale's doing that while I brought our small bags onto the bus to get our seats. Now, we didn't get a lot of B-roll on the last bus journey because you'd already seen that journey before, but we're gonna get lots more on this one because you haven't seen it, so hopefully there'll be lots of pretty scenery for you.
Bags are in hold and we're ready to go. We've arrived in Split after a slightly longer bus journey than expected, but we're here and it looks really, really pretty. Unfortunately, we don't have any signal yet, so we're struggling to find directions to our accommodation, but hopefully we'll get that sorted soon so we can find out where we're going.
Found the directions. We had to hotspot Dale's phone, get them on my phone and then send them to his phone. Now he's got them. It's a 22-minute walk and it's hot. So let's get going.
Hi!
Amazing, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
So, have a nice time.
Amazing, thank you so much.
The keys.
She's so nice. That wasn't the host, that was the neighbour. I think the host actually lives here. I think it's actually her house, so we're in a room in someone's house, which is good because that's what Airbnb was originally designed to be, rather than like hostels and hotels. So yeah, we're gonna have a shower. Sorry if you can see how sweaty I am, and head out for some food.
We've had a shower and we're feeling a lot fresher than earlier. Considering we haven't eaten all day, we're now going out for some food.
We haven't really eaten, have we?
Nothing proper.
We had like a little bit of chocolate and a couple of crackers left over from our snacks in Kastanji, so we ate those while waiting for the bus, but that's been it.
Yeah.
Time for some food. We're going to a restaurant recommended to us by the neighbour of the host because she let us in. Actually, she told us we were eating there. She said, you go for food? We said, yeah. She said, you go here. I'm like, okay.
Cool.
But it's only a 5-minute walk away. It looks cheap and it's got great reviews, so
I'm happy.
yeah, let's get going. This is the way Google Maps is sending us, and I think we're just going into someone's front garden.
Figured it out yet, Columbus?
No. I have not figured it out yet. That's our apartment over there. We've literally gone in a circle. Thanks, Google Maps. Or maybe it's my bad navigating. Blame Google Maps. This is the restaurant, but it looks closed. I ordered a glass of white wine. I asked him if he could do it because they only do them like by the litre on the menu, and I'm not drinking a litre of wine. But he didn't ask me which wine, so hopefully it's the house wine, like the cheapest one. Or it could also, I guess we'll find out, won't we? I'm not a sommelier, but I like it. Thank you.
Thank you.
I got calamari and it's one of my favourite dishes. I've not had it for years now, at least not proper fresh calamari. Oh, this looks so good. It came with chips and some kind of sauce. It's really good.
I went for something slightly less fish-based. I had a mixed grill, which comes with chicken, bacon and savapi, which seems to be a Croatian style sausage. And we've had it before in... where did we have it before?
A burger van.
We had it from a burger van near the Plitvice Lakes.
And it said it was Serbian style sausage.
Oh, is it Serbian style? Oh, okay. Well, that's corrected me. It's a Serbian style sausage and it's really good. It also comes with this spicy kind of sauce, which we've had before, as I said, and it's really, really good. Whoa. That's really good. I don't even have words, that's just really good. We're going to absolutely demolish this food and we'll get back to you when we've cleared our plates. We've had an amazing meal this evening and after a very long day today, it was well deserved, I think.
I would happily go back there again, it was so good. And tomorrow we are exploring the lovely town of Split. Today is our only full day in Split, simply because we could only find accommodation within our price range for 2 nights. But we're going to get the most out of today as we possibly can.
We've got a fair few things planned today. We're going to start by going for a stroll around the gorgeous old town. Then we're heading to the beach for a swim, which I've been looking forward to for quite a while. Then we're heading to a beautiful sunset spot.
With some food in between. I'm hoping to try some black risotto today because apparently that's like a traditional dish.
And obviously get some coffee in between all that.
Iced coffee now?
Yes.
We just finished having breakfast next to this fountain and we spotted a cute little market right next to the old city walls. So we're going to go have a look at the market and the architecture. After taking way too many photos, we finally made it inside the old city walls. It's really busy here, but you can see why. It's so beautiful. My sunglasses just broke. The screw must have fallen out of this side, and it's so small we can't find it. We're not having much luck with sunglasses, are we?
No.
I found it! And these lovely ladies were helping. Thank you. Okay, I found it as we were heading up to the steps of St. Martin's Church. It's actually one of the oldest churches in the palace and it was built between the 5th and 6th centuries. Let's take a look inside. You have to pay entry fee.
Oh, okay.
But it looks pretty from here. I'm doing this because it's really bright here and we haven't fixed my sunglasses yet. So sorry if this looks really weird, but we just had to show you this. These Roman ruins are the oldest in the palace and they are stunning.
One of the problems with walking around with as much camera equipment as we do, everybody asks you to be their personal photographer, especially in places as touristy as this.
Sorry, it's still really bright. But I just wanted to say how amazing it is that we can literally wander around all these Roman ruins and just touch them. I've never been somewhere where the ruins are so built into the city. Like, they make up part of the walls and the buildings, and people literally live in them. It's really cool.
It's now the hottest part of the day, so we're going to head down to the seafront. We're going to hopefully get some food and go for a swim at the beach, just not necessarily in that order.
We've got our own plates and then dishes as well, so I think he gave it to us to share, which we could do that. Depends how good mine is. I've gone for black risotto with cuttlefish, which is something I think I mentioned earlier that I've been wanting to try for a long time. Nice and fresh and fishy, just the way I wanted it. It's good. And it's a good sized portion as well.
I went for the pasta sada, which is a dish that originated here in Dalmatia, which is the area of... what country are we in? Croatia. It's essentially meat braised in like a beef sauce, and mine comes with a plate of gnocchi on the side, which I'm very happy about. I tried to get this at the restaurant we went to last night, but they'd run out, so I'm really happy I've got it today. Oh my god. The sauce is not quite as meaty as I expected. It comes with like onions and garlic and parsley in it by the taste of it, but it's also got like a quite sweet and sour kind of taste to it as well, which is really nice. It really balances it out, I think. I'm not going to Ramsay. I think I'm rambling, but it's really good. I like this. As you can probably tell from our empty plates, we really enjoyed that food. We're really full, but it's okay because we've got about a 20-minute walk to the beach.
And I managed to get my sunglasses fixed. We popped the screw back in, so now I can see. And there's a lot of pretty millionaires' yachts behind us that we've been enjoying looking at.
Getting very jealous. Just like most beaches in Croatia, there's not a lot of sand, but it's okay. I'm just really looking forward to going for a swim. We feel a little bit uncomfortable having our big camera out when there's so many people sunbathing, so we're going to switch to the GoPro. Six months to go. Neither Izzy or I could have possibly imagined that we'd be here after everything that happened with COVID and is still happening. To be able to feel some sense of normality again is liberating, to say the least. You can't tell I'm not a very good swimmer. So whilst I've been filming, this is where Izzy's been. Hi. Is your bag a comfy pillow? I'm really sorry to tell you, but if we want to get to the viewpoint before sunset, we need to leave.
I don't want to. I'm going to stay here.
What if I bribe you with an ice cream?
Go on then.
Yeah.
But if there are stairs, you can carry me.
We'll see.
We've got ice cream, so now I'm ready to walk to the viewpoint. We're heading up to a viewpoint which apparently has a beautiful sunset over the city. We're going to show you where it is, but we're struggling to get there ourselves. We're trying to Google Maps it, and as we already mentioned, we don't have the greatest signal here. We may just be going up someone's driveway right now. And time pressure. We've got 40 minutes to get there and 40 minutes before the sun sets.
Go!
Hi!
I know they're cute, but we don't have time.
Kitty! We made it, and the view is great.
As stressful as the walk was up here, the view is absolutely worth it.
You don't get the sun going down because we're facing east over the city, but you do get a beautiful golden colour over all the buildings, and we weren't going to make it up here for sunrise,
No.
to be fair. This is going to take a while to explain.
Today we're heading from Split to Dubrovnik. We've got about a 4-hour bus ride ahead of us, so we've stopped in the park on the way to the station for some coffee and a pastry.
Predictably, of course, we're getting the bus.
Yeah.
We're really excited for Dubrovnik. It's supposed to have a gorgeous old town with lots of Roman architecture and amazing sunset spots over the coastline.
Also, we realised that we're on opposite sides for this intro, and it's stressing me out as well, don't worry.
I can see the framing, I prefer it. Although I normally sit on the other side purely because I keep looking at the screen when I sit this side, so Dale makes me sit that side.
We're going to sit here, have our coffee, have a pastry, and then head to the station. Now that we're caffeinated and fed, it's off to the bus station.
The bus timetable exists and our bus is on it, but it doesn't tell us where the bus departs from. So I would assume it's the same as it was in, where were we last? Stevenage, where the bus will just pull into an available bay and we'll just have to find it. Trouble is, there are like 30 bays here, so it's quite difficult to find.
As we're walking to try and find where our bus leaves from, I overheard some fellow English people saying bad news about Dubrovnik. So when I asked them, apparently our bus is delayed by about 45 minutes. So we're going to try and find out a bit more information and find out when we're leaving.
I just checked at the desk and the bus has been delayed by about 40 minutes. It's very hot in here and I think everyone else is waiting for delayed buses as well because it's so busy. We're going to sit here now and hopefully the bus will turn up soon. According to the lady at the desk, our bus will be here in 5 minutes. So we're going to go attempt to get on it.
This is the craziest bus experience I've ever had. This is ridiculous. We're about an hour into the journey and we're stopped for a 10-minute break. Understandably, I'm one of the only people who's not got off the bus.
While Dale stayed on the bus to look after her stuff, I went to get some water. The poor woman in the shop had a queue of literally 50 people on this double-deck bus, all queuing for water. We sold out nearly all the bottles and a few people were buying beer. Not sure how sensible that is. I also overheard someone saying that apparently there have been some problems with the bus because we actually stopped on the side of the road for a couple of minutes and they had to restart the engine. So I think the bus might be on its last legs. Hopefully we don't break down. It seems to be going fine at the moment though, so on to Dubrovnik in 36-degree inside.
38.
Is it 38 now?
Yeah.
We've had hotter, it was 42 in Stanley, it's fine.
We've just been told that we need to change bus. I'm pretty sure that's because there's been some issues with the one that we've been on. So we're going to try and find the other one we've got to get on, which I think is actually right here.
Don't know if they're bringing our luggage for us or we're getting it, they didn't say. Dale's gone to move our bags over while I've got us a seat on the new bus. It's just as hot, but it's nicer and cleaner. I'm not really sure why we had to move. Probably something to do with the fact that the bus, well, someone was saying about the bus breaking down. I'm not sure, or maybe it's just something they do, but I doubt we're going to be doing much filming in Dubrovnik tonight. We might have to wait till tomorrow. This has been the most stressful bus journey we've had in a very long time.
Our bags are on the other bus.
Oh.
Both buses are going to the same place, apparently. So,
Why are they staying on the other bus?
because they've had to split us because there's not enough seats on this one.
Why are they moving people then?
I don't know. They basically put everybody who was on the original bus onto 2 buses.
Oh.
Yeah.
And ours are on the
and
other
then they
bus.
just split all the bags up.
Oh, okay, so ours are on the other bus.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're really zoomed in. We've got the wrong lens on. So, what actually happened?
I'm not actually sure, to be honest. It was a big mess.
Should we tell them to get there?
Yeah, we'll explain when we get there.
After taking double the amount of time it should have, our bus has finally dropped us off in Dubrovnik, albeit with a bag covered in yogurts, something split in someone else's bag, and I hope it's yogurt anyway.
We feel like we may not have done the best job of filming and explaining what was happening at the time on this bus journey. We are going to explain everything to you, but first we're going to make our way to our apartment because we don't want to keep our host waiting.
It's not an apartment, it's a room.
Room, the place where the bed is.
We've got about a half-hour walk, so we're just going to get on, get through it, and then we'll catch up with you. We've just arrived at where we're staying after a really sweaty walk uphill, and our host was so sweet. She brought us coffee and orange juice, and this garden area that we're sitting in is lovely. Good thing we've got the coffee because this is going to take a while to explain.
We're going to make this as quick as we can, so not to bore you. The chaos started out with the fact that when we arrived at the bus station in Split, the person at the desk didn't really seem to have any idea what was going on. She kept giving us different times, different amount of time we would have to wait, different bays to get the bus from. In the end, the time it arrived and the bay that it pulled into was completely different from what she told us.
Picture this. A load of sweaty tourists all piling onto the bus and stressed about missing their flights or connecting buses, and then the bus keeps stopping. When I say stopping, I mean it would literally pull into the side of the road randomly for a few minutes. The driver would turn the engine off, turn it back on, and then would get going again. Until eventually we stop at a petrol station and I overhear someone telling somebody else that the bus is broken down.
Thankfully, the bus got going again, but not for long. Very soon, Izzy and I are being herded onto a different bus, but then we realise our bags weren't coming with us.
Our bags had ended up on a third bus, which we think the driver was trying to assure us was also going to Dubrovnik. There was a bit of a language barrier. We just had to hope that our bags were going to end up in the same place that we were, and it seemed like the journey was going smoothly. That was until we reached the border of Bosnia and Herzegovina. I don't know if you know much about Croatian geography, but you have to go through a tiny stretch of land that belongs to Bosnia and Herzegovina in order to get from Split to Dubrovnik.
We were actually told by the bus company that because we wouldn't be stopping in Bosnia and Herzegovina, we wouldn't need to show our passports. This wasn't entirely accurate. When we arrive at the border, we are told by the driver to exit the bus because we need to show our passports. Unfortunately, this led to quite a bit of confusion as some of the other passengers had left their passports in their bags that were on the other bus. Luckily, both Izzy and I had our passports on us. Since we were uploading a video, I was going to go show my passport first, come back, and then Izzy was going to go and show hers.
So I'm sat there on the bus waiting for Dale to come back with a few other people who I think also had the same idea as us. But then the driver suddenly tells everyone to get back on the bus and we all pile on and we drive off. Apparently I didn't need to show my passport at border control. I did try to. I asked the driver and said, oh, I need to show my passport, and he went, nope, finished. So I guess I was just too late for that one. But anyway, we were driving through Bosnia and Herzegovina when the bus stopped again. But thankfully this stop was just for half an hour, and because the driver needed a break, which is totally okay because it must have been a very stressful journey for him. And then we were off again.
From there onwards, the rest of the trip went pretty much without a hitch. The only other weird thing that happened was once we went back through the border into Croatia, only 10 people were told they had to show their passports. The driver came on and said, I need 10 people. So 10 people stood up as, I guess, tributes. All went off to show their passports, we waited on the bus, and then we were off again.
And you know the rest. After a 7-hour bus journey, most of which was spent standing on the side of the road, we finally arrived in Dubrovnik. It's our first full day here in Dubrovnik, and we've just spent this morning enjoying the sun on our lovely terrace, drinking coffee and getting some work done.
Later on today, we're heading to what is apparently one of the best sunset spots in the whole of Croatia. We've done quite a bit of reading on this morning, and we think we found the best way to get there for free. We're really keen to show you if it's actually worth heading up there.
But since it's very hot right now and we've got several hours till sunset, we're going to go and get some lunch and then head to the beach. If you follow our Instagram, you would have seen that we had the hugest pizza last night. It was delicious, and we've somehow managed to come for Italian food again today. But that's just because the top 10 restaurants in this area on TripAdvisor were all Italian food.
We also just really love Italian food.
We have already tried some traditional Croatian food in Split and Zadar, if you've seen our previous videos, and we are definitely trying some more tomorrow. It's just that all the restaurants in the area local to where we're staying seem to be Italian restaurants, which I don't think either of us are complaining about, to be honest. A few people have left who were sitting outside, so we've been able to take their table. It's nicer outside. Obviously I got an espresso. I haven't had a coffee for about 2 hours. This is needed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Since we're right on the coast, I'm eating as much seafood as I can. I got risotto with prawns. They're hot. It's good, it's very creamy. Really nice sauce, goes really well with prawns.
I went for a spaghetti carbonara, simply because it's one of my favourites. And as usual, it's great.
We spent way too long over lunch, so we're heading to the beach now.
We also think that we can see the viewpoint we're heading to later, so here's a sneak peek.
We've made it to the beach. Like most beaches in Croatia, it's rocky rather than sandy, but that's okay because the coastline is beautiful. We don't want to bring our big camera onto the beach because that can get a little awkward, so we're switching to the GoPro.
After relaxing at the beach for a few hours, we're finally ready to start our journey up to the viewpoint.
The funniest thing happened while we were at the beach. There was this kid, Marco, who wanted to jump off this big rock into the sea. All his friends had done it and they were in the sea going, "Come on Marco, Marco, Marco." It took him about half an hour of edging down the cliff, then edging back up, then edging down, but he finally did it just as we were about to leave. And we were really proud of him.
He did really well.
Bless him. So if Marco can jump off the cliff, we can do this hike. And it's a hike.
It is a hike.
Let's go.
That is the longest staircase I've ever had to walk up. Whew.
Probably goes without saying, but if you're going to do this hike, please be careful on the small section of main road you have to walk down. So there are 4 ways you can get up to this viewpoint. The most popular seems to be taking a cable car, which looks beautiful, but will cost you about 120 kuna per person. You could drive up there if you have a hire car, or you could get a taxi there, which would probably be about 300 kuna. The way we've chosen, because we like a challenge, is to walk. From where the bottom of the trail starts, which is where we are now, apparently it's about a 45-minute hike straight up here. I mean, there are trees, so I don't know if you can see how steep it is on the camera, but it's really steep. Right, are you ready?
Ready.
Let's go.
Woo. As we're on our way up to the viewpoint, I've actually kind of realised that we made a little bit of a mistake. At no point earlier on today have we mentioned to you what the name of this viewpoint is. It's called Mount Surd. It's spelled SRD. I think it's pronounced Surd, Sword, I'm not too sure. But at the top of Mount Surd is where the viewpoint is. It is supposed to be one of the most stunning views in the Adriatic. So as you can probably imagine, we're both incredibly excited to get up here. We're currently only about halfway to the top of Mount Surd, and already this is easily becoming one of the most beautiful sunsets I've ever seen. Wow.
As usual, Google Maps didn't take into account the terrain, so it's taking longer than expected, and we're racing the sunset. We made it, and there's a ditch there. As I was saying, we made it. It was a tough hike, but really enjoyable. Some of the best views I've ever seen while climbing up a steep cliffside. Dale's given me the camera while he goes and gets some lovely drone footage for you guys. Hopefully we're able to fly the drone here, because we've had a few issues with not being allowed to fly the drone in places where the map says we can. I'm also here to give you a bit of perspective on the reality of this situation. It's absolutely stunning up here, but don't let us give you the impression that you'll be here by yourself, because it's a hugely crowded spot, probably due to the fact that it's really accessible for everybody with a cable car. That's not an issue for us. We're tourists as well. We're contributing to the crowd. But I do just want to say, if you walk past the crowd for about 5 minutes, you do come to a much more secluded spot where you can see the sunset just as well.
Seriously, that was absolutely incredible. I knew that it was going to be really, really pretty when we got up here, but I was not expecting how pretty it was going to be.
It's one of those moments when I think we both just like took a minute to watch the sunset, and as we said to each other, we're so lucky to be here. Like everyone else here, it's their holiday, whereas we get to do this every day for a while.
Yeah.
And we're hoping for much longer than the 6 months we originally said. That's partly what we were talking about when we took that time out in Kastanji. But now's probably not the time to update you on all of that, because we just want to, we hope we did the sunset justice. It was so good. We're not sure if our filming skills are quite up to showing you it.
We tried.
We did the best we could, and we hope you enjoy watching it, and we hope it inspires you to come see it for yourself.
Seriously, come here. Do it.
We both got the same, so I'm just going to try it quickly for you. I know I get risotto a lot, but it's one of my favourite foods and it seems to be really big here in Croatia. And this looks amazing. It came in a tomato based sauce, I think, with this absolutely huge langoustine prawn on top. There's lots of seafood in there. I got like a load of prawn and mussel and that forkful. And like I thought, it's a creamy tomato based sauce. Goes really well with seafood. And they gave us bread.
We've had some food.
And a coffee.
And a coffee. And now we're off to explore the old town.
The main way into the old city is through Pile Gate, which has been the main entrance for the last 500 years.
As soon as you enter the old town through Pile Gate, you're greeted by this incredible fountain. The fountain is called Onofrio's Fountain. It's one of two built here in 1438, and it's named after the architect Onofrio di Giordano della Cava. And yes, I did spend 10 minutes learning how to pronounce his name.
Directly opposite the fountain is a tiny little church called St Saviour's Church. It was built in the 1520s, and if you head down the alleyway next to it, you come to one of the oldest working apothecaries in the whole of Europe. As soon as you walk in, on your left hand side is the modern pharmacy where you can buy all of your medicines. Someone in there clearly likes house music because we've heard it blaring while we've been stood here. If you carry on, you can enter the old museum and the old pharmacy. It's 40 kuna for the entrance fee, so we're not actually going in there today, but we'll give you a sneak peek of what it looks like from the outside.
Right outside the entrance to the apothecary is this very interesting statue. The legend that surrounds this statue is that hundreds of years ago, a young man who was very unlucky in love decided to stand upon the rock and take his t-shirt off in the hopes that he would find his one true love. These days it's become much more of a tourist attraction. The aim is to do exactly what the young man did hundreds of years ago. Stand upon the rock, take your t-shirt off, and apparently you'll be lucky in love.
Dale's getting ready. He's going to give it a go.
Taking this very seriously.
Dale is currently really unlucky in love. He's trapped in a relationship with a horrible person who's dragging him around the world and making him do a YouTube channel. Yeah?
Yes. Whatever you say. It's so much harder than it looks.
Close, close.
Give up. I give up.
Oh.
Does this mean we have to break up now?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I'm not tall enough for this. I'll do it this way.
Now that we've failed climbing the statue, we're going to continue wandering around the old town.
Luckily, everything we've seen so far has literally been within a few feet of each other, but it's now time to explore the old town properly. We've ended up at the Cathedral of the Assumption of the Virgin Mary. Legend has it that King Richard the Lionheart, an English king, was shipwrecked on the island of Lokrom just outside of Dubrovnik in 1192. He promised God that if he ever got off the island, he would erect a church there to say thank you. Well, he didn't erect the church there, he erected it here, and this isn't actually the original cathedral. It was destroyed in an earthquake in the 17th century and then rebuilt by the Catholic Church. Also, some sources say that that story about Richard the Lionheart may not be entirely accurate, but it makes a really nice tale.
may have noticed in this video we haven't mentioned Game of Thrones once. We know a large portion of the show was filmed here in Dubrovnik, but we haven't watched it. So if you're waiting to hear some Game of Thrones trivia, you're not going to get any. I'm really sorry.
Now that we've spent some time wandering up and down the main street, Stratton, it's time for my favourite part of any old city, getting lost in all of the tiny little side streets. We've had a lovely time exploring the old city in Dubrovnik today. It's a lot more grand than I expected. I thought it was going to be pretty similar to Split, but in actual fact there are a lot more kind of wide streets and grand architecture here. It's been very interesting, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. I've been really surprised how much we've been able to do without spending anything at all.
To be fair, we didn't really go in anywhere, and you can spend a lot of money here if you want to, but we had a great time walking around and just seeing the city.
It has been really fun. Tomorrow we're leaving Dubrovnik and we're heading to Kotor, which is in, what country is that in?
Montenegro.
Montenegro. We've got about a 2.5-hour bus ride to Kotor and we're spending a week there.
Really looking forward to it, so see you tomorrow for a bus ride which is hopefully better than the one we did the other day. Dead end. Back this way. This is Dale's signature dance move. Dale's signature dance move.
No, take it. I will show you. This is my signature dance move.
It is terrible.
It's terrible.